Hello, and thank you, Minister Sidi, for this opportunity to be part of Indonesia's Climate Festival Week. We are speaking at a critical time for Indonesia and for the planet, with 2 weeks to go until the world leaders meet in Glasgow for COP26. Our mission for Glasgow should be to do everything possible to keep a 1.5 degrees Celsius limit on temperature rise and to keep it within reach, to make the 2020s a decade of action. As a major and rapidly growing economy, a G20 country, and a country blessed with some of the richest biodiversity in the world, what happens in Indonesia matters immensely to the whole world. As the world's fourth largest emitter of greenhouse gases and a nation of islands surrounded by water, Indonesia is both a contributor and a victim to the global climate crisis. Under the leadership of President Jokowi and Minister Sidi, Indonesia has made tremendous progress in halting deforestation and building on the moratorium on the conversion of primary forests. And I know how hard Indonesia has worked to make a solid contribution in Glasgow. Between 2019 and 2020, Indonesia saw deforestation fall to its lowest rates in 20 years. New initiatives are also underway to restore hundreds of thousands of hectares of degraded mangroves over the next 4 years. And that work is critical, and we all look forward to its success. I've been working very closely with your officials this year to build our collaboration on fighting the climate crisis. And President Jokowi was among one of the heads of states invited to participate in the virtual Major Economies Forum that was hosted by President Biden this September. During that conference, we discussed the best way to galvanize cooperation from major countries in order to achieve ambitious concrete steps to realize the targets for emissions reductions ahead of COP26 summit in November. We also applaud Indonesia's announcement during the Major Economies Forum that it plans to join the U.S.-EU Global Methane Pledge that will officially launch at COP26. It's actions like this that will help to shine a spotlight on Indonesia's climate leadership. However, we all know an awful lot of work remains if we're going to avoid the most catastrophic scenarios that are outlined in the IPCC report. The world needs to cut emissions by at least 45% by 2030 in order to be on a credible path to net zero by 2050. If we don't reduce enough in 2020 to 2030, we can't achieve net zero 2050, and we can't keep 1.5 degree limit on the warming of the planet. I've just finished a meeting here in Washington with Coordinating Minister Luhut and Vice Minister for Environment and Forest, Alu Dohong. And there we discussed Indonesia's climate ambitions and its potential to be a regional and global leader on climate. With roughly 2 weeks left before COP26, my friends, the time to act is now. There is no more room for delay. I also want to address my message today, especially to the younger generation that are participating and watching this climate festival. The world is home now to 1.8 billion young people between the ages of 10 to 24, the largest generation of youth in history. In Indonesia, 65 million people, or 28% of the population, falls into this age group. Young people are well aware of the challenges and opportunities that are presented by the climate crisis. And your unprecedented mobilization around the world shows the massive power that you possess to hold decision makers accountable. I'm very hopeful for the future of Indonesia and for our planet because you're ready to work and the time to act, we all know, is now. Let's get started. Thank you.